open, transparent, rule-based trade is essential for global prosperity. We remain committed to restoring a fully functional WTO dispute settlement system and to reform that are support fairness, development, equity, and opportunities for LDCs and MSMEs. The India Middle East Europe Economic Corridor, launched in September 2023, is strengthening supply chains, clean energy flow, and digital connectivity. In Africa, through the Lobino Corridor, we are expanding rail links that unlock mineral transport and regional food distribution. Through the Partnership for Global Infrastructure and Investment, we are now advancing undersea cables, clean energy networks, and resilient supply chains across Asia and Americas. With India, we have also created a $500 million fund to scale clean energy across the global south. The US-India partnership continues to anchor global stability. All WTO disputes between us have been resolved, and major investments such as Micron Semiconductor facility and AMDS and R&D expansion signals a new era of innovation. We remain committed to debt sustainability. The US has completed over $1 billion in debt for nature swaps, is presenting $25 billion in concessional climate lending. Since 2021, we have provided over $13.2 billion in food security aid and mobilized billions more with G7 partners. Ladies and gentlemen, we also welcome African Union to the G20 and reaffirm our belief, as what President Biden said, when we invest in the future of people anywhere, the people everywhere benefit. The United States stands ready to advance open trade, sustainable development, and inclusive growth. Thank you.
Thank you, United States. The chair now invites the delegate of Russia.
Future in global trade. Russia reaffirms its commitment to fostering fair, transparent, and mutually beneficial trade relations. In 2023, we witnessed unprecedented challenges and opportunities. The global economy faced disruptions, yet also revealed the realities of our interconnected markets. Russia believes that through cooperation and innovation, we can overcome these obstacles and build a more inclusive and sustainable trade framework. We emphasize the importance of respecting sovereignty and ensuring that trade policies do not become tools of political coercion. Russia advocates for a balanced approach that supports developing nations, enhance regional integration, and promotes technological advancement. Let us forge ahead with a renewed spirit of partnership, ensuring that global trade benefits all, leaving no nation behind. Together, we can build a future where prosperity and peace prevails. Thank you.
Thank you, delegate of Russia. The chair now invites the delegate of Argentina for agenda discussion.
Your Excellency, the Prime Minister of India, distinguished guests, and fellow leaders, as we gather in this G20 summit hosted by India, Argentina would like to emphasize the critical importance of global trade and economic cooperation in our pursuit of sustainable development and prosperity for all. The global economy is facing unpredictable challenge from trade, pandemic, and ongoing impact of climate change. In this context, it is important that we work together to promote a rule-based multilateral trading system, reduce trade barriers, and foster economic cooperation. Argentina believes that free and fair trade can be a powerful tool for economic growth, job creation, and poverty reduction. However, we also recognize that the benefits of trade have not been evenly distributed and that many countries, particularly developing ones, face significant challenges in accessing global markets. To address these challenges, Argentina proposes the following key actions. First one, reduce protectionism. We need to work together to reduce tariffs and non-tariff barriers that limit trade and investment flows. Argentina encourages all G20 members to refrain from imposing new trade restrictions and to work towards the elimination of existing ones. Second, promote trade facilitation, simplification and harmonization of custom procedures, reduction of bureaucratic hurdles, and enhancement of transparency and significantly reduce trade costs, and increase the participation of small and medium-sized enterprises in global trade. Foster economic cooperation. We should strengthen economic cooperation among G20 members, particularly in areas such as infrastructure development, agriculture, and innovation. This can help to promote economic growth, create jobs, and reduce poverty. Fourth, support sustainable development. Trade policy should be aligned with the Sustainable Development Goals, SDGs, and the Paris Agreement on Climate Change. Argentina believes that trade can be a key driver of sustainable development, and we are committed to working with other countries to promote sustainable trade practices. In conclusion, Argentina is committed to working with all G20 members to promote a more open, inclusive and sustainable global economy. We believe that working together, we can overcome the challenges we face and build a most prosperous and equitable world for all. Thank you.
Thank you, Delegate of Argentina. The chair now invites the
Warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. The Kingdom of Saudi Arabia stands proudly at the meeting point of Asia, Africa and Europe, not only as a nation but as a global gateway. Under Vision 2030, we are transforming our economic beyond oil towards innovation, sustainability and global cooperation. Today, Saudi Arabia handles nearly 12% of the world trade through the Red Sea. We are modernizing ports, logistics and digital customs so global supply chain become faster, safer and more reliable. Our belief is simple. Cooperation is not new oil. When nation collaborates, every nation grows. Through mega projects like NEOM and the Line and our leadership in green hydrogen, Saudi Arabia welcomes innovators, investors and researchers from around the world to build a sustainable future together. We are depending partnership with India, China, Europe, Asia and Africa because global stability depends on strong economic cooperation. Wallahi, to conclude, Saudi Arabia believes that trade should not create winners and losers. When opportunities, technology and supply chain flow freely, every nation grows. Thank you, shukran jazeelan.
Thank you, Delegate of Saudi Arabia. The chair now invites the Delegate of Turkey for agenda discussion.
Teşekkür ederim. Küresel tekerleği ekonomi izbirliği olarak gündeme taşıdı. The Republic of Turkey The Republic of Turkey takes the floor today recognizing the global trade and economic cooperation stands as the essential foundation for international stability. We commend the Presidency for its focus on a one earth, one family, one future approach, reflecting the urgent need for global solidarity, the imperative for resilience in Turkey's role. The global economy is at an inflection point. To move past fragility, we must prioritize resilience. Turkey, positioned as the natural crossroad between major continents, is committed to being the indispensable hub for supply chain security. Our strategic investments in diversified transport and energy corridors are not just for Turkish benefit, they are a global public good that ensures the steady flow of commerce from the Black Sea to the Mediterranean and beyond. We advocate for international cooperation to formalize and protect these essential trade arteries. Our second core objective aligns directly with the Presidency's focus on human-centric development. Global cooperation must be genuinely inclusive. We call for efforts to close the economic gap, starting with equitable distribution of technology. Turkey champions the development and sharing of digital public infrastructure (DPI) to reduce the cost of trade, empower small and medium enterprises (SMEs), and enhance financial inclusion across the global south. By digitalizing trade processes, we build an ecosystem that is both more efficient and more accessible to all. Crucially, economic growth cannot be divorced from sustainability. Turkey is dedicated to its green transition and urges fellow members to honor their commitments on climate finance. We must ensure that trade policies actively support for the transition to a circular economy, not hinder it. We advocate for mechanisms within this body to facilitate the transfer of green technologies and provide the necessary capital for developing nations to meet the climate goals without sacrificing essential growth. In summarizing, our shared economic future depends on the decisions we make now. Turkey will continue to act as a pillar of stability and connectivity, ensuring that the global economy can withstand future shocks. We call upon all delegates to join us in prioritizing the security of supply chains and the adoption of inclusive digital policy. Let us show the world that through cooperation we can build an economy defined by resilience, not by vulnerability. Thank you.
Thank you, Delegate of Turkey. The chair now invites the Delegate of Australia for agenda discussion.
Thank you, moderator. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to highlight the key strength of Australia: strong and stable economy. Australia has one of the world's most stable and resilient economies. Its GDP growth has remained consistently positive for many years, supported by transparent economic policies. Australia supports a rule-based international trading system. Australia strongly defends the WTO frameworks and believes that trade must remain fair, transparent, and inclusive. Inclusive growth for developing nations. Australia calls for fair access to finance, especially for small island nations and least developed countries. Critical Minerals Partnership. Australia is one of the world's largest suppliers of lithium, rare earth elements, and critical minerals needed for batteries and clean energy. We invited G20 nations to collaborate on transparent, sustainable, and secure mineral supply chains. On the behalf of Australia, I thank all G20 members for this constructive and forward-looking discussions. Today, we affirm that global trade, economic stability, and sustainable development can only be achieved through cooperation, not competition. Australia remains fully committed to strengthening and supporting fair economic opportunities for all nations, especially the most vulnerable. Let us leave the forum with a shared determination to turn our communications into real action and to work together for more stable, secure, and prosperous global trade. Thank you.
Thank you, Delegate of Australia. Now the chair invites the Delegate of Indonesia for agenda discussion.
Thank you, moderator. Indonesia envisions the G20 as a platform for a global partnership rooted in three key principles. First, inclusivity. Second, resilience. Third, sustainable progress. The first point is strengthening a more inclusive global recovery. Economic recovery must not leave developing nations behind. Indonesia calls for enhanced support for emerging economies through capacity building, technology transfer, and equitable access to financing. We encourage the G20 to reinforce global financial safety nets and promote policies that ensure fair participation in global value chains. The second point is advancing sustainable development and energy transition. Climate change threatens the security and prosperity of all nations. Indonesia reiterates its commitment to achieving net zero emissions, accelerating renewable energy adoption, and protecting critical ecosystems. systems, including our rainforest and marine biodiversity. We urge the G20 to mobilize green financing and deliver on climate commitments, ensuring that sustainability efforts are both ambitious and attainable. The last point is building a more connected and digitally empowered world. Digitalization is reshaping all sectors of society. Indonesia advocates for an open, secure and inclusive digital environment that supports innovation while protecting user rights. We call for strengthened cooperation in digital infrastructure, cybersecurity and the digital economy, especially for micro, small and medium enterprises, which remains the backbone of Indonesia's economy. Your Excellencies, Indonesia believe that through unity and shared responsibility, the G20 can guide the world toward a more equitable, resilient and sustainable future. Let us continue fostering cooperation, strengthening trust and shaping solutions that uplift all nations. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Delegate of Indonesia. The chair now invite the Delegate of Italy for agenda discussion.
Italy reiterated its firm commitment to an open, transparent, inclusive and rule-based global trading system, underscoring that strengthening and revitalizing the World Trade Organization (WTO) remains essential for restoring confidence in international economic governance. Italy emphasized that WTO's dispute settlement system must be fully restored, as supported by the G20 Trade Ministers' outcome document, to ensure that global trade rules are enforceable, predictable, and fair for all the members. Italy stressed that the modernization of WTO rules has become urgent due to rapid expansion of digital commerce, the increasing fragmentation of value chains, and growing importance of service trade in global GDP. Italy warned that rising protectionism, including discriminatory subsidies, export restrictions, and non-tariff barriers, poses a significant threat to global recovery, particularly for developing economies that rely heavily on open markets for growth, investment, and technology transfer. We have placed particular emphasis on strengthening supply chain resilience, noting how recent events, including the COVID-19 pandemic, the Russia-Ukraine conflict, global energy price volatility, semiconductor shortages and bottlenecks in global shipping exposed structural vulnerabilities in critical sectors. Italy supported G20 initiatives to map global value chains, diversify the sources of essential goods, example pharmaceuticals, semiconductors, critical minerals, and expand international cooperation on infrastructure, logistics, and transport corridors. Italy reaffirmed its commitment to inclusive and sustainable economic growth, emphasizing that innovation, green technologies, and digital transformation must be accompanied by the capacity building initiatives to ensure that MSMEs, who represent over 90% of Italian and global integral to climate goals, supporting investment in clean energy, circular economy solutions, and low-carbon industrial value chains. Recognizing the central role of energy in global economic stability, Italy highlighted the importance of predictable, transparent, and cooperative global energy markets. It noted that extreme volatility in natural gas and oil markets over the past 3 years severely strained households and business worldwide, demonstrating the need for diversified supply sources, cross-border interconnections, and coordinated investments in renewables. Finally, it underscored that coordinated macroeconomic policies among major economies are vital to manage inflationary pressures, stabilize currency markets, and avoid excessive monetary divergence. Italy reiterated its support to G20 cooperation to ensure balanced, sustainable, and inclusive global recovery, emphasizing the role of multilateral institutions and the importance of safeguarding financial stability, especially for low-income and vulnerable countries affected by the debt stress. Thank you.
Thank you, Delegate of Italy. The chair now invites the Delegate of European Union for agenda discussion.
Thank you, moderator. Distinguished delegates, as we come together at this crucial moment for global concerns, allows me to walk through today's agenda, global trade. The European Union views global trade as a cornerstone of economic stability, sustainable growth, and economic cooperation. The European Union believes that global trade must remain open, fair, and grounded in a strong-based multilateral system. The European Union advocates open strategic autonomy as European Union is one of the India's largest trading partner as in 2024 European Union India's trade in goods was about $113.3 billion. For European Union, global trade is not just an economic engine, but it's a tool for stability, cooperation, and shared prosperity. Disrupted supply chains are one of the most vulnerable global challenges. The European Union pushes for supply chains that are environmentally sustainable, socially responsible, and aligned with climatic goals. The European Union has taken comprehensive action to strengthen supply chains by building strategic partnerships with Africa, Latin America, and Indo-Pacific states. The European Union invests heavily in green hydrogen, clean energy technologies, and artificial intelligence. These make supply chain more cleaner, smoother, and more secure. Excellencies, industrial growth is the engine of economic development. But industrial growth must not come at the cost of climate emergencies. The European Union believes that industrial growth must align with climatic goals, and it sees industrial growth as industrial transformation, as a source of new jobs, innovation, and group leadership. When trade flows smoothly, it reduces cost, increases efficiency, and supports global development. The European Union is committed to building a global economy that is inclusive, secure, diversified, and sustainable. On the behalf of European Union, I humbly place proposals before G20 for reform its global governance, where developing nations have equal opportunity, equal voice, and equal respect in shaping global financial architecture. The European Union urges G20 members to mobilize resources for energy transition, building resilience against disasters. The European Union's proposal at the G20 are not isolated objectives, but threads of one larger vision where technology serves humanity. The India has marked a remarkable presidency with the central pillar of Vasudev Kutumbakam that emphasizes let us move forward with courage, cooperation, and commitment. Thank you.
Thank you, delegate of European Union. I have concluded this agenda discussion. In conclusion, the G20 trade agenda is essential for creating a balanced, predictable, and fair global trading system that benefits both developed and developing countries. Agenda discussion is now completed. Honorable delegates, distinguished guests, and respected chair, as we came to the end of this G20 module session, I would like to express my sincere appreciation for dedication, insight, and diplomacy each of you displayed today. Throughout the discussion, we witnessed constructive debates, thoughtful proposals, and genuine commitment to addressing the world's most pressing challenges. Now I invite the host nation to end up today's gathering.
My dear friends, esteemed leaders, fellow members of our one global family, as we bring this momentous G20 summit to a close, I am not just filled with a sense of accomplishment, but with a profound sense of hope. आज 140 करोड़ भारतीयों की तरफ से मैं आप सबका तहे दिल से धन्यवाद करता हूँ. We came to this summit from different lands with different voices, but over these past few days, we have not spoken as separate nations, but as a single, harmonious. Each opinion you shared was just a note, but a vital instrument. Some brought the deep resonance of a cello with wisdom and experience. Others the bright, clear notes of a flute. With visionary ideas and innovation, India's ancient belief, Vasudev Kutumbakam, the world is one family. हमारी भारतीय संस्कृति में अतिथि ईश्वर के समान होता है. And once again, we thank you, Gracia, Mercy, Arigato. You have given this ancient belief a modern voice. Thank you, Jai Hind.